Hello everybody. Alright, so it's my birthday today. You might have come from the Lambo video, maybe, or you've already been subbed to this channel. Regardless, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. Since it is my birthday, I thought I would kind of talk about a few things this past year, etc. and on. It's gonna be kind of like a podcast, so I recommend you just kind of like listening to this video in the car. It's not really like a visual video kind of thing. It's something that I like to do on like a yearly basis now for my birthday. I think it'd be pretty good. So if you guys know me and my sit down videos, I don't know why, but I tend to have notes, and that's what I'm doing today. So I understand that I have like a much younger audience. I would say probably like 75 to 80% of people that watch my videos are in school, whether it be like elementary school all the way up to like college. That's kind of just based on like my demographics of what I see on YouTube and just kind of what I see like in public and also just online as well. So I think like me kind of talking about this year is going to be, you know, a good learning experience for especially like a lot of younger kids, and also at the same time some of you guys like also in college and stuff like that. So it kind of seems like every single year that I make like a yearly wrap video or something like that, whether it be the end of a new year or even sometimes my birthday, I've kind of talked about it. But mostly when I talk about like a new year, I always say how the past year has always been the best year of my life, and it's been kind of like that for, God, I'd say probably the last like 4 or 5 years, except for this year, which is very crazy to say because this has literally been my year where I would like to say that I finally got like the success that I've always wanted. And this has been because a lot of stresses, a lot of growing up, not only just online, but just social, and kind of just understanding the world even more. I feel like I've been growing up like way too fast. I'm doing stuff today that people wouldn't do until like their 40s and 50s, as far as like investments, career, and just more stuff, boring stuff, adult boring stuff. But this year has been incredible. Ever since my birthday last year, I've gained about 1.5 million subs on my main channel. I think it's around 2 million subs if you count like just everything, like second to second, birthday to birthday, from second channel and my main channel. But it's been ridiculous. It's been crazy. More than 3/4 of the subs that I have today, and that's in 1 year. This past year has been insane. I've said this before, when I had like my first like kind of growth spurt in Call of Duty, that my life was like changing, and it definitely changed. And this year has made it change so much more. It's I can't even speak. Yeah, it's unspeakable how much everything has changed. If you guys have noticed, I've been giving a lot back just to basically anybody from this past year, whether it be streamers, YouTube videos, family, friends. I've made a lot of stuff public, but I've also had a lot of things private that I don't talk about just because I don't want to, and not everything needs to be public. And that's just one thing that I think is very cool, the situation that I'm in. I say situation like it's a bad thing, but it's a great thing. The opportunity I have that I am in right now, I'm able to give a little bit back. And of course I'm not going to give like everything back or even a ton back. It's just because I'm looking out for myself as well. You know, I want a freaking wife in the future. I want to do things that she wants to do. I want to do things that my kids want to do. I want to have kids. I want them to go off to college. I want them to be successful. Like, that's money that I will always save up for, that I want for like my family alone. But I like giving back. I like seeing people's expressions on faces, and seeing just how much of an impact I can have by giving them a little bit of money, because I understand what it's like in a lot of people's situations just a couple of years ago. One of my favorite videos of all time is me making a video on this guy C-Pots, who I gave money at the time. I also shouted him out, and even though it wasn't like a stupid crazy amount of money, it was something that had a huge impact in his life. And that video has also made it to where it's spread a lot of places. So many people have done donation videos off of YouTube just because that, regardless if they only do it for views or not, it's still helping out, which is cool. I mean, at the same time, the YouTuber is the one that's also getting money at the same time, so they're benefiting. People that watch the videos, they benefit by feeling good or feeling whatever, and then the streamer or the YouTuber, the person or whoever, they benefit as well. So I never have a problem with like donation videos or anything like that. If they're fake, then yeah, you know, that's kind of whack, or if they take the money back or whatever, that's pretty stupid. But should always give back, at least a little bit, in my opinion. And I'm not saying you should like force people to give back. It's their money. They're going to do whatever they want with it. Also, like me, I'm also not like Mr. Beast where I'm throwing out like all my money away or whatever. Or not all money, but like way more money than I could be. I just don't feel comfortable with whatever that amount would be. But this is just my opinion, especially for the younger YouTubers that I'm seeing that are growing up. I especially want the new YouTubers that are kind of growing up in this space right now, that are kind of starting to get money and things like that. First of all, be very careful. My first year that I started making like good money on YouTube, I didn't even spend like anything different in the first years because I didn't know how long I'd keep making decent money. And then like my next year hit and I got more, and like this year hit and it's just stupid. And so obviously be smart, invest, have fun. I know a lot of YouTubers that are growing right now are especially very young. Just be careful, but also it feels cool and good and amazing to give back at least a little bit. I love it. Maybe it's not for everybody, but I really do love it. And that's the one thing that I think I cherished the most over this past year of doing YouTube, is doing things like that. I freaking loved it. I feel like this past year too, I've kind of understood YouTube a little bit more as far as basically everything, algorithm, titles, thumbnails, just things like that. But I just feel like I'm finally understanding. And you know, YouTube's a crazy freaking weird platform that it's always changing all the time. So it's pretty difficult to stay on top of things just because new trends happen all the time. Insane. I don't know how else to put it other than this platform, this community, whatever, all together is just constantly growing and constantly changing all the time. So I'm happy I've grown the way that I have in the past year, just because everything's very insane with it. I would say that by far the most proud thing I've had in the past year though is just my fan base, especially for like the really dedicated people. I don't talk to them like all the time, obviously, because there's a lot of you guys, but there are so many people out there that tweet me every day, that message me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube every single day, that it just feels amazing. And for like the people that I know that are super dedicated to me, I just know the feeling, just because it's how it was with other YouTubers when I was growing up, like when I was in high school, when I was depressed, and when I was like out of high school and just doing my own thing and like working 9-to-5 job, whatever. I felt the same exact way. Like I just love them. I just love that YouTuber, and it's just cool to know I have such a cool fan base. It's amazing. My next thing is a super cliche, and it's cliche for a reason. Money doesn't buy happiness, especially in this past year. I've been stressed a lot just from videos and also just going back and forth between home, and it's been pretty tough. And because of all this, like all these things going on, like with growing and, you know, slowing down a bit like on YouTube, and wanting to gain more and not being able to gain more, working harder and not being able to obtain more, that kind of thing, it really eats you away. And especially with uploading daily, it's pretty tough. And that's just the way the YouTube space is you got to do it all the time. And that's one thing I've definitely been working on the past year. I wouldn't say the past year. I would say I've had a really bad time doing it the last year. Really inefficient and pushing too much. I wouldn't say inefficient, because it has been efficient and it's been working, but it's been too much. It's been too stressful. If you guys don't know, I've been focusing more on merch. I've been trying to put more things out there, like my bandanas and things like that. I've got another one coming out this month, another design, and then I've got another bandana coming out, and then another t-shirt design I'm working on, things like that. I'm working on better quality and just things like that, just because you guys are showing so much love. And at the same time, it's good for me to get my mind off of just YouTube and kind of work on something that I really want. And for me, apparel is one of those things, along with my card game that I've been working on. There's been literal days where I've gotten ahead of schedule of videos and then just worked on it, just because it's relaxing. It feels really good. It's like writing a book or just taking a day break for me. It's just creative freedom, and I love it. And that's one thing that I definitely need to work on in the future, because I've only been doing it for a little bit, is not going crazy over YouTube all the time and not constantly pushing all the time, but maybe working a little bit harder during the week so I can have like the weekends off, for example. And this just isn't for anybody that's in the YouTube scene that's like starting to grow or whatever. It's also for people that are going through school or their job or whatever it is. take a little bit of a break. YouTube this past, I would say, a couple of months has started becoming more of like a job that I've seen this whole entire time. You know, I've got to be putting out the somewhat content. Like sometimes it's not as good. Sometimes I spend freaking days on a video and it does trash, but sometimes it does really well. But that consistency is what's gained me 1.5 million subs in the past year. What I'm doing now will always be a hobby to me, although like I said, it has kind of felt like a job, because there are some days where I'm like, man, I don't want to record like this specific video because it's gonna like make me bad or something, and I don't want to feel that today or whatever, but I need to upload to stay consistent. And I think that's definitely one thing I've kind of done wrong, especially in the past couple of months, is I don't want to feel that way. I kind of want to take a step back from that, like pushing myself, and kind of going, okay, let's relax for a bit. You don't need to make this specific video. We can do another one that's fun for you to not get crazy mad at. YouTube is just crazy competition. It's ridiculous. Just growing the way I have also this year has really taught me I've just got to get used to getting views now, just because I used to hate it when people used to copy me. And God, there was a couple months there where so many people copied me. Titles, thumbnails, same exact way they would make the video, same exact title, pretty much same exact thumbnail. It really got to me, because it was like, I almost feel like these guys are taking away from my viewership, but then I have to realize it's like, that's just freaking YouTube. Is that like, that's the way it works. Then on top of that, like, people just not crediting other people for literally yoinking titles and yoinking thumbnails and pretty much yoinking videos, and it's just like, that's YouTube. And that's one thing I've had to come to realize, especially in the last couple of months, and I just toss it to the side now, because it used to be, man, these person, like, I just made this video and now this person's making it 1 or 2 days later, didn't give me any credit or anything. It's pretty much the same title, same thumbnail, same idea, no credit. And I feel like my video could have done better if they wouldn't have like yoinked to that, and now they're getting views. And it's a pretty childish way of thinking, I think, but it's just the way I thought there for a couple of months. And now I'm just kind of like, whatever, you know, they get more views than me, whatever, they don't, whatever. That literally started when I started doing the exposing stats trend, when that thing just freaking blew up. Everybody did it. Oh my God, people still do it today. Like, a crazy amount of people still do it. And it's just like in the back of my mind now. Like, I've had to grow up and just been like, I can't think that way anymore. Like, I can't be jealous of this. Somebody thought of this new way to do it, or literally did it the same way I did it, copied everything, and I'm just gonna have to get used to it. So that's one thing I've been kind of growing up with. I just never really like expected that kind of growing up in YouTube and getting more views. I never thought that kind of thing came with it. And whether people want to admit it or not, just because I get the comments, it's like, oh, you only upload spectating videos, and it's like, one, I upload that like once a week. There's like weeks where I don't even upload one, but I try to come up with like original videos as much as I possibly can. I would say 1 to maybe 3 videos a month is seeing somebody else get like a good video trending, and it's like, all right, I want to do something like it. Give them credit, try to do title differently, try to do thumbnail differently. Maybe it's a little bit similar, but it's just my head kind of going, okay, I understand. They did something cool, so now I want to try it. They're getting views, I want to try it. It's the same thing vice versa as somebody else doing it. Although I think if you're like, if you're copying everything, that's a little bit different. And like not giving credit to, that's a little bit different. People are going to think I'm such a baby for this. I am. That's just something I've been working on, and I've been trying to get over. I still get mad at it sometimes, but it's been a lot better, especially these past couple of months. God, that segment was long. I have a little top point here that says people are dumb, and it's just, especially for people that are growing up YouTube wise in this space, that are starting to get like their first bit of viewership, people are just dumb. I know comments hurt. Even if you get like 1,000 good comments, the one comment's always bad. Just delete it, hide it from the channel, say a witty, funny comment, and then just block them and delete them, and then, you know, delete your comment or whatever. You know, writing that like letter, but like actually not sending it, like do that in a message. It especially used to get to me so bad when I was like even barely growing a little bit. Even when I had like a couple thousand subs, like that was really, really annoying. And I still get it today, but just now I've 100% learned to like just block the people. On Twitter it's different because I'm pretty toxic, but that's kind of different. That's more of me having fun and just trying to be funny. Just know that people are dumb. It's just how it goes. You're uploading videos on the internet. There's going to be people that are going to say stuff that will literally only say it behind a keyboard, and that's it. So you just got to realize that and just block out the freaking haters. Same thing kind of applies for co-workers and bad people in your life, students and things like that. There are people that are just dumb and you can't help them. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna have some new videos coming out. Hopefully I started this Pokemon Let's Play, and hopefully I'm actually still doing it on this channel. That'd be great. And I hope you guys are enjoying that if I'm actually uploading that. This year has been absolutely amazing, and even though it hasn't been my best, it's still been really fun. It's definitely the year that's changed my life the most, which is crazy because I thought the past couple of years have definitely changed my life the most. But this one especially has. Like, I can't even explain how many times more, just a lot. It's been an amazing year. I can't wait to do this next year and maybe even look back at this video and talk about the things that I've grown up on, just because that's what I'm trying to do, is grow. Thank you guys so much for an amazing year, and thank you for all the birthday wishes and everything. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Birthday present would be buy merch and code dumb item shop and sub and like that. Thank you. Happy birthday. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.